Oh, hey there. Hey guys, so this is a different filming location for me. I am back in my house after a vacation, and I've been filming at the other location since like the beginning of my YouTube channel, unless I'm like gone somewhere or I'm out. So I thought I'd try to switch it up a bit. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a review on Man of Steel. Now, I am super late to this party, whereas most people have already done Man of Steel reviews, considering it came out quite a while ago. But I always see movies late, you guys, except I did see The Heat recently, and I think that might have come out more recently. Saw it with my aunt. Tell me if you want a review on that. But yeah, so I saw Man of Steel. I said a bit late, but it'll be out on DVD at some point, and people might be like, is this worth buying a DVD of? And hey there, I'm here to let you know. So, as I do with my comic reviews, I'm going to give you guys my overall opinion of Man of Steel and then warn you guys before I spoil anything. So, yes. Okay, my overall opinion. My opinion of this movie changed throughout the entire movie. I loved the opening sequence. I was a little bit iffy through some of it, and then it picked up and I started loving it again. So, overall, I actually do think it's worth seeing. The thing that's bothering a lot of people is I can't exactly pinpoint what it is, but there are some people who don't feel this is a good representation of Superman. There are people who don't like how the characters are represented. They don't like some of the actions that took place. There were complaints there were too much action. I got a complaint from someone I know that they felt like it was a chick flick. Okay, I don't get that one much at all. But I also went in it, I go into, every movie I see, I usually go into it with, an open mind that it could be good, it could be bad. Just watch the movie and form your own opinion and don't let others sway you. Because it got a bad review in a magazine I read, but in that same magazine, The Hobbit got a horrible review, and I loved The Hobbit. So I went in with that mindset, and I walked out really enjoying it. I'd see it again. I actually want to see it again, but I'm seeing Monsters University next with a friend, so who knows, maybe I'll still be able to see it again before it leaves theaters, and I will be buying it on DVD because I did enjoy it. I did have some problems with the movie. Shaky camera. Now, some people like that and think it adds something to the movie. I personally don't like the shaky camera effect. I feel like it would be like if I was filming and like this. Hi, guys. Not that bad, but I'm not a huge fan of the shaky camera thing. It makes me nauseous, and it made it harder for me to focus on the movie. Now, my brother, who I saw it with, didn't even notice it. My dad noticed it, though. So that was one thing that kind of bugged me about it. I got used to it, or maybe the camera steadied, I wouldn't know. But that did bother me a bit, but like I said, I got used to it, and I don't think it brings the whole movie to the ground. Now, I'm going to get more into the spoiling portion of this. I'm not going to spoil much of it, because I still want you guys to have something to see, because if you're seeing this for, an opinion on whether or not you should see it or buy it when it comes out. Now, my opinion on that is I do think it's worth seeing. I think it's interesting. I think actually it's one of the most unique Superman films because I saw it also with someone who wasn't a big Superman fan and they enjoyed it. So I think it's something that is enjoyable for Superman fans and people that didn't even like the old Superman movies because it's something totally different. And I actually wasn't expecting some of the stuff that happened because I stayed away from some of the trailers because I wanted to be surprised. But yeah, so I'm going to spoil some stuff now. So I'll give you guys a moment of silence to exit out. So let's get this party started. Get this quiet party started. Okay, so I think that's long enough to X out of this if you didn't want anything spoiled. Now, something that I found very interesting, and this is kind of a bit of a big spoiler, but it did not have, reporter Clark Kent. Might be kind of spoiling the end. It kind of is a bit. But you do see a little snippet of it at the end, but the rest of the movie, there was no reporter, which I found very interesting. And it made the whole thing with Lois Lane actually surprise me, because how I was thinking he was going to meet her and, as Clark Kent and get involved with her wasn't what happened. So I found that part very, very, very interesting. And you know, I liked that because I felt like it was switching it up from doing the whole he's a reporter and then this happens and then that happens. It was definitely a lot of a switch up. Now, in this, we see Clark Kent, like, flashbacks of when he was a kid. Something else I liked about this was I was a bit worried it would start out with, like, his childhood and go through all that and then get to his adulthood and then get to the Superman, which would have made it really, really long. And like, I don't mind seeing like when people, like when they're younger, but I kind of just wanted it to get going, and it got going really quickly. So 2 thumbs up for that. I really liked that because it had like that awesome opening sequence that I loved, and like I give that 10 out of 10. I thought that was incredible. And then I was like, is it gonna go to now when he's a kid and they find him? But it like just picks up from there. And the action in the film is insane. There are so many action scenes. So if you're a big action fan, that was like the worst punch ever. If you're a big action fan, then I definitely recommend seeing it because especially near the end, it is like the holy grail of action scenes. My brother loved it for that reason. Overall, I thought it was a really good movie. And it was a fun type of movie. It had its funny moments, but it was an overall serious tone. Now, I also saw complaints that it wasn't realistic enough. Here's my problem with that complaint, is I get how realism can be a huge thing in movies, but we are seeing a movie about an alien who got sent in a rocket ship as a baby into the backyard of a farm where 2 people found him in an alien rocket ship and decided to keep the rocket ship and raise him as their son, and he shoots lasers out of his eyes, has super strength, and can fly. I just don't get how you can get, like, overly realistic about that. But, so I didn't have a problem with that. Something I did have a problem with is he literally walks into a place and reveals his secret identity. Like, I guess in the sense, like, in a certain sense in that scene, I can kind of get it. But, like, my cousin just said to me, so many people now know his identity. And it wasn't, like, tons of people, but it was a few, and it was interesting. So acting is 10 out of 10. I thought the acting was superb. The whole Superman dad storyline was interesting, but I also felt like they really wanted to give him an even bigger sob story. Yeah, overall, I thought it was a good movie. Is it the best movie I've ever seen in my life? No, but it's definitely not a bad one by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm excited for the sequel. And I'm also hearing, like, I did a whole video on a possibility of a Justice League film. Is it bad that I wrote a script in my head while leaving that? I almost want to send it into Warner Brothers because I'm like, okay, this could totally work if they did it this way. So, do I think it could work with the Justice League film? Possibly, yes. There was also, I believe, Zod exploded something that had a Wayne Enterprises symbol on it. Am I getting that right? I did. I was so focused I actually wasn't looking for it, but I did. There are pictures online of it, and I talked about it in my Justice League video. But, so, Bruce Wayne might just exist in this universe, and if so, how about we see that? Like, I did a whole film on how I think they should take their time and really work to make it work, but I, like, wrote the script in my head while leaving, so I am very excited to see if that happens. But still, take your time. I stand by everything I said in my Justice League video and try to make it awesome. So, I hear Man of Steel 2 is coming next, so 2 big thumbs up for that. I'll be excited to see it, and maybe I can actually review it before it begins to leave theaters. There's a thought. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like my new filming location. Seriously, guys, I hope you guys had a fantastic day and that you enjoyed this review. Comic reviews are coming up soon. I did not get as many comic reviews as I want done, so I might be reviewing comics from a while. I might be a few weeks late with some, but you know, I'll try to get some up, and I thank you guys for watching and having patience with my slow videos, guys. I am so sorry. It has been so busy. Bye, you guys. Have a great day.